Hi Cancer, welcome to your daily tarot reading. Thank you for joining me in this reading. I'm going to be using the Light Seers deck and the Lover's Oracle deck. So remember to take what resonates from the reading and to leave behind whatever you feel does not. So let's find out what messages come through with the cards. So the first card we have is the Ten of Swords. With this card you could be dealing with an air sign, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Next we have the Star card. And next we have the Eight of Pentacles, and with the Eight of Pentacles you could be dealing with an earth sign, so Virgo, Capricorn or Taurus. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Knight of Swords. So with the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck, with this card I'm seeing a very quick start to things. Perhaps it could have even felt like a whirlwind in the beginning. This is about having wanted to perhaps pursue something very aggressively or very relentlessly, and once this other person got what they were perhaps pursuing, perhaps that is where they started to take for granted what it required to be able to maintain a connection. And I'm seeing that perhaps after being able to obtain what they wanted, they may have started to slack. With the Eight of Pentacles showing up in the reverse, with this card I'm seeing perhaps a lack of consideration and a lack of quality when it comes to being able to show up in order to maintain something that you want. So I'm seeing this person really does or did really want you. They really wanted to be with you. They really wanted to pursue you. I'm just seeing a little bit of a lack of understanding as far as what it means to be able to maintain a fair dynamic in a situation. This person could have even perhaps ended up in the situation could have turned into a overgiving, overtake and undertaking situation, whereby perhaps this person was taking more than they were giving at a certain point. But I'm seeing that energy could have been very blindsiding from them, because I'm seeing them having had shown up in the beginning as perhaps their best version of themselves. And with the Ten of Swords, this card shows some kind of an ending, and it could have been one that felt very abrupt, especially to this other person. Perhaps you walked away, perhaps you had to set up some boundaries with this connection. And I'm getting that that is something that could have also sent this person into a situation whereby they could have felt very hurt. I'm getting with the Star card, this shows a card of longing. So I'm also seeing this person perhaps may have found themselves in a situation whereby they were reflecting, but I'm seeing that with this connection and it coming to an end or coming to some kind of a separation, even if it is just temporarily, it is something that affects this other person very deeply. With the Star card, this shows that this person was not ready, and I'm getting that this person was not ready in a lot of ways. They weren't ready for the start necessarily, but they also weren't ready for the abrupt ending. And I see that this person really hopes to be able to reconcile with you. This shows that this person is still holding a torch for you and is someone who is even perhaps longing to be able to make that reconciliation between the two of you happen. They could even be perhaps checking up on you, checking up on people around you, and wanting to make sure that the circumstances will allow for you to be able to come back together sometime with the Star card. So with the Star card, this shows that they have a lot of faith, they hold a torch, they have a lot of hope, and they even have a lot of wishes to be able to come back together. And I'm seeing this person wants to be able to work on this. They want to be able to show up as the version of themselves that perhaps would have been able to keep you following perhaps the period of when they first had met you. So I'm getting that perhaps initially the first encounter with this other person or the coming together was one that was perhaps very passionate. It could have been one that felt very promising as well. I'm getting that this person knows your sweet spots. They know what to do, what to say in order to perhaps get you to listen to them and to win you over. But I'm getting that this person may have taken advantage of that, and I'm seeing that this person is now in a state whereby they are able to really learn about how they showed up in this connection when they had the opportunity to be with you with the Star card. And I'm seeing that this person is doing a lot of thinking, a lot of reflecting, and it may be even a period of time whereby this person could be going through some kind of loneliness with that Star card. And they are really wishing and hoping for perhaps a better outcome or a second chance in some way. And I'm seeing this person wants to be able to do the work in order to show up better. So with that Eight of Pentacles, it could also be a sign that perhaps more effort needs to be put in from this other person, and that time that they are on their own, or perhaps in this period right now following the separation or this ending and of some sort, I'm getting that this person could utilize this time to perhaps also work on themselves with that Eight of Pentacles. But with that Eight of Pentacles showing up in the reverse, this person may be a bit of inexperienced as far as what they need to do in order to win you back. And I'm seeing that that is something that perhaps they are learning right now. Okay, so I'm going to pull out 3 cards from the Lovers Oracle deck for further messages. So I'll start with the card for this other person in this connection. So this is the card that came out, and it says, if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. Okay, so with this person, I'm also getting that perhaps they may approach things from more of a mental space. And this is all about being able to come back into your heart when it comes to fixing things. So it could have even been a case of this person perhaps showing up as emotionally neglectful or emotionally unavailable when it came to this connection. And this card is a card all about being able to reconcile the two when it comes to using your head and also using your heart in a situation so that you can find that balance. And with this card, this is all about also giving attention to the heart space. And I'm seeing that being able to perhaps bring some of the attention more so into the heart space, this person is able to show up as being more emotionally available. And it is something that could help with this connection as well. So I'm going to pull out a card for you in this connection, Cancer. So this is the card that came out. It says, a new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Okay, so with the Ten of Swords showing up in this reading, you could be in a place whereby you're at the start of something new. Perhaps you may be moving into a new beginning, or this could also be about perhaps being able to embrace a new beginning with somebody else. So if this connection does come into a reconciliation with this card, this is also a card that is speaking of it being something that's different to the way it was before. And I'm seeing that perhaps it is something that also meets your standards when it is a card. This card says that embrace this new beginning and live your dreams passionately. So this is all about being able to also enjoy and being able to reconcile, but on a new level with things very different. I'm getting there's some prerequisites with this person about them being able to undergo some kind of a transformation in the way that they show up. And with this card being about a new beginning, I'm seeing a new beginning maybe heralded when it comes to this connection. But also with that Ten of Swords is all about perhaps being able to see the true nature of a situation and walk away from it. So it's supposed to be, it is an ending. So with endings, they are new beginnings. So this could also be about you moving on from the situation. And if that is what you're choosing to do or what is resonating with you, this card is also confirmation that what lies ahead is better than what is lost. So that is a new adventure that awaits. That is one that is perhaps even more in alignment with you. So I'm going to pull out one more card for this overall reading. And the card that came out is this card over here. It says Romance. Cupid's arrow strikes. So with this card, I'm getting that with this card, this connection could have started in a very romantic kind of a situation. It could have started with very romantic times and also being able to experience a lot of romance in a connection with somebody. And I'm getting that with this card showing up now, I'm seeing that this connection is moving into a phase that can come back into where the romance can be brought back into the connection. So with this card, and it's saying Cupid's arrow strikes, I'm also getting that this could be a very unique kind of a connection, and it is one that perhaps is very complementary on some level. Perhaps with you and this other person, there is some kind of aligning, and it may feel like it is very deep and it is very romantic when you are together. I'm seeing that ability to bring back the romance into a connection, following perhaps being able to do the work and being able to have a heart to heart. So I'm getting that this is where this connection may lead to. Also with the new beginning, if that card is all about you perhaps walking away from a situation that has gone through some events of some kind of betrayal and didn't feel like it resonated, this card also shows that on that new beginning, on the new adventure that awaits you, there could be a lot of romance, there could be a lot of potential new suitors, and this is all about being able to have hope and faith for what is to come. And with the romance card, I'm seeing that there is another connection that is on the horizon for you, and it's one that is very romantic in nature, and it is also one that also is in alignment with what you envision for the ideal connection. Okay, so that is the message I'm getting with these cards, Cancer. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you in tomorrow's reading. Bye, Cancer.